everybody, welcome back to Light Up channel. This is the second video of a series of how to better yourself, how to better your life, how to reach full potential, and how to be the best version of yourself. First one, we talk about how to be heart-centered and some of the benefits it could bring to your life. For the second video, I wanted to talk about how to embrace the good side of life and yourself, and how to embrace the not so good. So, embrace the goods and the bads. For that, I realized that it would be better if we already have all these tools, attitude and skills and strength to be able to embrace, especially the bads, because the good ones is kind of easier to embrace. So I'm gonna come up with a tool belt where we're gonna start filling it up with tools. For this one, I wanted to talk about mindfulness and intention. Those are the very first tools I want us to put on that belt, because mindfulness, it is very important. I love my notebooks, and I did wrote, to me, mindfulness is something like empowering yourself by being consciously in the present with all your full senses activated, and being very grounded and heart-centered so you can navigate wherever the journey of life brings you. Another thing I believe it is important to be mindfulness, it is because there's organizations that prove that our mind wander about 47% of the time. 47% of the time, it is a lot. It's almost half of our lives, our mind is wandering, right? So I personally don't want to miss half of my life wandering on my mind. I want to be conscious about it. That's why it is very important to be present in the moment, because your mind is not wandered. Although doesn't mean like we can just do it as easy as that, right? Everything takes practice, everything takes some effort, and just be kind, be compassionate if you're trying to meditate, or even if you listen to someone and your mind start wander, just bring it back to focus and just keep going, right? Eventually we will lose that 47%. If we're meditating and our mind wanders every 5 seconds, it's okay. That's why we're working on that. And in 5 seconds, it's just gonna go again somewhere, right? We just bring it back. Eventually, we will lower that percentage, because it is also, like, we know there is like muscle memories, and everything that you work on and put practice and put some intention, it will eventually get you some results. Now, what kind of results do you want, right? That's a very important thing. What kind of practice do you want to put? I have my notes here so I don't forget any important point, and it is very important to be conscious on the present, and that will give you, or to me, I feel like that gives me the power of transformation, which means that if you are not conscious on the present, you don't have the power to change that behavior that you want to change, to set that boundary you want to set, to whatever the change it is you need to do. You have to do it in the present. You can do it. I say that already, but you can do it yesterday, and you can do it tomorrow. So you have to do it in the present, and present actually goes like boom, so fast. That's why it is important that we don't wander 100% all the time, and we know that we need to be grounded on the present and grounded in towards the change we want to make. Empowering yourself for a transformation. to make the change you want to see in the present moment. Like everything goes slowly, gets better, everything slowly gets easier as far as we are putting that effort and that work that we need to put in. If we have our direction clear and we have the right intention and willingness to make it happen, eventually it will, if it's meant to be. All right? So why did I pick mindfulness and intention? Somehow they're like interrelated, because now we know that we can make a change in the present, but we need to know what we want to change. For example, in my case, at some point in my life, I needed to learn how to say no without feeling guilty, right? No is a right that we have, right? Now I know that's a change I want to make. Now I know I have to be very careful when life is going to bring me that moment in the present where I have the chance to say, oh, no, sorry, I can't, or yes, but later, right? Recognize that moment is very essential, because if not, your pattern on your brain, your old pattern is going to react boom like that. Is gonna say, oh yes, I do everything for you, like sure, yes, like no, we need to stop those old patterns before they jump into action and say, ooh, I would say yes, but I actually can't, right? And that's okay. We're good until up to there, but in another hand, I feel like we need to know the change we want to make, and we need to know that we need to find it in the present, but also we need to put an intention, because what's a change if there is not an intention? Okay, you want to get rid of this, but where do you want to go? Okay, I want to learn how to say no, but I don't have to say no all the time. I love helping others, especially if they're my loved ones. I will do it totally. So I need to find an intention where I define myself, where I define the new pattern, right? Okay, I want to break this old pattern. I'm going to try to do it in the present, but I need to create a new one. Otherwise, we're just like floating somewhere, and it probably won't go anywhere, right? If you don't have a destination, how are you going to start your vacations, right? So, intention, the power of intention. Intention also can be grounded in different ways, right? If intention is grounded on ego, in destructive type of ego, it would be like, oh, I'm gonna make this happen because I'm the best. I'm gonna show off everybody that I'm the best and the rest are like crappy or whatever, right? So we have the ego mind, which would be like the show off, an intention grounded on a constructive, positive type of mind. It is okay, because it would be like more like making the plans, taking appointments to where you need to go, right? Like, I don't know, if you want to go to school, you may need to get an appointment to school. You may need to talk to your boss, so you have time to do so, right? So the intention coming from the bad ego is bad. There's nothing good coming from that. Coming from a constructive, positive mind, it is very productive. It can really give you steps in this life where you can get where you want to go. Also, it can be grounded on your heart as emotional heart, as I'm gonna do this because I know I love my son so much and I know it's gonna make him so happy, so I'm gonna do my best for him to have this experience. And that is great, nothing wrong with that. And then it could be also grounded on more like the spirit, more like an intuition. our spirit can talk to us through our heart and tell us, hey, listen, this is maybe the right way to do. That wouldn't come with any emotional attachments. Intuitions or intentions that goes more towards your soul purpose, there is no emotional attachment in there, because I don't know exactly why, but I think it is because we don't need to know that. Our spirit knows, our soul knows that's the best, and that's all we need. So, to finish and close the video, I think by now we know that I like to extend my closings. Now, we talk a little bit about mindfulness and we talk a little bit about intention. We can extend ourselves a lot more, but I'm trying to get to the point as fast as I can somehow. And intention, I just have to bring a spirit animal into this because it is a lot easier, I guess, for me to understand through archetypes and visuals. I really believe animals are a beautiful part of nature. I have some oracle of the spirit animals. Doesn't mean like this is, I'm gonna see the future and I'm gonna tell you what to do and this and that. No, they're just simple cards, which it could be a picture. It is amazing. Every animal has different qualities, right? So you can, whatever you need into your life, you can visualize it as an animal, right? The spider. Spider are bugs. Bugs are not bad. We all exist for a reason. So let's try not to freak out when we see a spider and run or try to kill the spider, because they won't bite you if you don't disturb them. Be a little more compassionate about spiders and respect them. Even if we can, we love them. They're very, very, very intelligent animals. With that being said, let's love the spiders if we can. I just wanted to read Spirit Spider, make your dreams real. Weaving your dreams into the fabric of life begins with a single thread of intention. And then spirits join you as your co-weaving partner. Take but a single step to make your dreams a reality, and a spirit will tend towards you, for the universe is designed to support your dream weaving. The thread of intention isn't enough to make dreams a reality unless you do your part in the weaving. That's all I wanted to read about this. And isn't it a great way to explain and visualize a change, how to break a pattern, right? Just a single thread, that initial intention, right? Where it's a little bit the foundation. You make one step and life, universe, God, spirit, higher source will bring you the 10 rest, right? So that's why it's a little bit of have very clear what you want, but at the same time don't rush it so much, like I need to, how am I gonna do it? No, that's gonna come by itself. You're co-creating with the spirit or with your God or with yourself, with life, but it is a co-creation. So it is not enough to throw the first intentional thread. You need to work on it. That thread is not gonna catch any bug for the spider. The spider needs to keep working on that and make it happen. Also, it is the very first time bringing spirit animals or some cards, and it is all about finding tools or different expressions to get to the point of understanding and clarity that you want to get to. I vibrate with nature, I vibrate with animals. Of course, I'm gonna reach to that, but You can vibrate with anything you do. You can see life as number. You can visualize it as trigonometry, if that's what you vibrate with, or formulas. Like, you can make your own formulas if you're like more like a scientific type of mind. But visuals, I think I love them. I think it make everything a lot more clear, and I hope you enjoy this. I'm a little bit I'm a little shy bringing this spiritual side. I think there's many ways to express the same thing, and there's many different languages we can say the same word or concept. I vibrate more with more like a mystical side of things, but it doesn't mean that you cannot translate it to your own language. And again, as always, everything I resonate with doesn't have to work for you. You need to find what you resonate with, and only you have that answer. You can always take something from somewhere, and if it doesn't work for you, you can translate it to your own language in order to work. So homeworks before we go on. I want you guys to pick like one thing that you wanna vanish, let go, or heal, and I want you guys to feel it with something intentional. I'm just gonna put an example. They could be like, I need to be on time, right? But they could be a little deeper, like, I need to be more confident to myself. So being mindfulness through the week, there's probably some moments where life is gonna put you on the spot where it's like, I'm not trusting myself, I'm not worth enough to do this. Then if you catch it in the present, let's just be compassionate. Talk to yourself as you would talk to your loved one. That's another great exercise to do, because you wouldn't talk to your best friend as you talk to yourself sometimes. So in that moment when you're thinking that you're not worth enough, as an example, then you remember yourself that of course you are. You're probably good enough to do that. You're probably more than worth to bring that up, and definitely we should at least try, and you should believe in yourself, because then life is gonna believe in yourself as well. That's just like an example. Now I want to remember a little bit some of the tools. I want to fill up our tool belt with heart center, mindfulness and intentions that we talked today. We talk about mindfulness, how important it is to be very aware of the present moment. Mindfulness leads us into the intention, the power of intention, and living an intentional life, co-creating with the source. God is there for us, and we are all working together. Set that intention. Empower yourself to create and live an intentional and exceptional life. Please, if you like, click the thumbs up. If you really like this series of videos, please subscribe to the channel, and if you feel like, please, you can leave some comments down below. Please love yourself, and I'll see you soon.